Welcome to our Monday morning motivation. I hope everyone is well and enjoying the weather where you are. We have been doing this for 6 years, 6 years of Monday morning motivation. Every single Monday morning for 6 years, we have been waking up and we have not made any excuses to come here to join and to, I guess, be inspired. I'm often inspired at the end of these. We had some fantastic webinars in November. Um, Goodness me, all about different things, relationships and fear and motherhood. And Zoe, what did Zoe do last week? Oh, I've forgotten already. Anyway, today we have a new workshop from GERM, New Beginnings, showing up even when it's hard. So what is Monday morning motivation? It is a team of people, I guess. It's a whole community of people who come together every Monday morning for these free webinars to inspire each other and to help each other to reach our goals and stop making excuses. Our community is nearly 6,000 members strong, and all of us are a part of it today. So, what are we all about? Our vision is a global community and platform giving motivation, positivity, and personal growth starting from Monday mornings. Our mission is to deliver motivational webinars, encouraging productive habits and self-improvement. Our purpose is to motivate members to seize the day and build a driven community of people with growth mindsets. And you heard me say it earlier that our slogan is stop making excuses. Our values, I guess everyone has these kind of values of positivity, open-mindedness, and discipline. We all have to wake up dead early, family. This is a safe place to share things, and purpose. This is our wonderful team. We've got Jenny, we've got Adrian, Rosanna, lots and lots of people in there. And all of our recordings, I think most of our recordings, are on our YouTube channel at Motivate Community. So I hope you can find us. If you would like to connect with us on social media, here they are. I'll leave it up just for a moment if you would like to scan it, and if not, no worries. You can find it on the in our WeChat groups as well. I'm sure we can post this. And today we have our talk from Gurm. She was born in India. Oh, actually, would you like me to introduce you, Gurm, or would you like to introduce
Go
yourself?
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah? Okay. She was born in India and is currently based in Tianjin. Growing up in a multicultural setting sparked her deep appreciation for stories and traditions from around the world. She began pursuing art in middle school and later earned a master's in visual arts in Hong Kong. And working with drawing, painting, and mixed media, Gurm also writes and vlogs. Her art is inspired by everyday life, turning the ordinary into something meaningful. For her, art is not just self-expression, but a meditative healing process. Through her creations, she invites others to experience freedom, reflection, and joy in the present moment. Yeah, I remember one last time you did, and you'd like sewn your hair into it. It was fantastic. Like mixed media, yes, indeed. So, welcome, Gurm. Feel free to share your screen. And yeah, over to you.
Just a second. Hi, everyone. It's great to be here. Before I start, I just want to take a moment to say thank you to the MMM team and happy 6 years. And just both as a speaker and as a participant who has seen other speakers talk on these amazing topics. I just want to say thank you for taking away our Monday blues and helping us become better versions of ourselves and just enriching our lives. And it's really great to be part of this community. So thank you. And thank you all for being here. Yeah, so the topic, new beginnings showing up even when it's hard. First, I know Sam already introduced me a little bit, but I just want to add that I'm a world citizen. I grew up as a third culture kid. So, yeah, whenever someone asks me, where are you from or what do you do? I like to say I'm from the world and my art is from the world as well. And I want this to be interactive and participatory. So feel free to unmute your mic or jump into the chat anytime. I want this to be more of a conversation because I feel like heart to heart connections and human to human conversations are really important. So I don't want to be the only one talking. So for that reason, to start, I want you to write in the chat since we're talking about new beginnings, I believe that new beginnings are um, not only should wait for the new year or new month or new week. I think they can start anywhere. If you have the passion, the dedication, the determination, and if you just want to, I have to do this now, I can't wait, then you should just start anytime, anywhere. And so I want you to write what is that new beginning or passion or feel free to unmute your mic and just talk and converse about it. So how do you feel about that new beginning or dream and what does showing up mean to you? Okay. Just gonna have a look at the chat here. Anyone? New platform thriving would be great. Yeah, Alicia, you always do such cool things. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Healthy habits. That's so important. I have been experimenting since Gurm's last talk, and I would like to keep being creative. Good, Sam. Can't wait to see your new pieces. Relocate to Guangzhou. Ooh, all the best. It's a hard, yeah. It's Monday. Yes, it's a hard question, but I feel like Monday is a good time to reflect before you get into the week, before you get into all the busyness, everything. So I love your answers and I wish you all the best for everything. For me, showing up means acknowledging your feelings. I used to put on the I am fine mask or the let's pretend everything is okay, avoiding reality, escaping, hiding from the world because you can't just ask for help or you can't really show your true feelings to the world. That's crazy. You need to you have a standard as a professional, as a family member, as a friend. And yeah, you can show up to other people, for other people, but how do you do that for yourself? Um, so I want to say, don't do that. Please don't make the mistake I did because that makes it worse. You just lose yourself and you don't recognize yourself, and it takes a long time to come back to who you are. And it really affects the people around you because people want to know you for you. So I think showing up for yourself means to acknowledge whatever situation, whatever feeling, whatever thing you are going through and saying, like for me, saying, I am an artist. I create content has been so difficult lately, going back to art full time. But I acknowledge that. I say, okay, I am scared, but I'm also excited. I'm overwhelmed, but I'm also pumped up. I'm gonna, for you, it can be I'm gonna start that business. I'm gonna quit my job. I'm gonna apply for that opportunity. I am going to walk up to that person at that event and introduce myself. Just say hi. I am going to, I don't feel right about what that person said to me, and we have a good relationship. So I'm going to have a talk with them and say that I did not like the way things went down. So maybe we can have a talk about it. Or I am going to post that content despite the reaction I might get because I get more positive than negative reactions. I am feeling sad. I'm feeling confused. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling lost. I am feeling excited. I'm feeling all of those emotions at once because it's a new beginning for me. But I'm going to acknowledge that and show up for myself. Or, as Nan just said, he wants to move to Guangzhou. So I'm going to move to that new place. I'm going to move back to a place and experience reverse culture shock, but that's okay. So I feel like showing up during new beginnings is all of those I ams, and I feel like saying it out loud. Um, that's the first step. You need to acknowledge it and say it out loud. If you can't say it to others, say it to yourself. Go sit in front of a mirror or take out that journal, write it down, make it real. You just have to accept that it's real and face whatever happens. What are you going to do about it? So, yeah, I feel like that's the first step. Um, so, for me, talking about moving to a new country, I was in Phuket. I moved to Phuket from Tianjin at the beginning of 2023. And it was a shock. I mean, the tropics were great, the food was great, it was all beaches, as you can see, and it was great. I was doing a full-time job, I was working in the library, a new career direction for me, and it was going good. I was getting set in my routine, just getting the hang of things when I decided to move back to Tianjin. And this was, I think, a few months ago, just like a couple of months ago. And yeah, China's been my home. I call it my second home. I've grown up here, I've been here for years, but the reverse culture shock was quite real. And whenever someone asks me, "How are you doing, Gurm?" I say, "I'm slowly settling in," because I am still slowly settling in. I can't just jump into things right away, even like with my art. So, the first shock was the weather because it's really cold and still adjusting to that. But yeah, so this is one of my, these are some of my paintings that I did. I created both of them in Phuket. So the first one is inspired by the papaya and banana leaves. We had a papaya and banana garden right at home. And yeah, I just picked them up because one day they just fell. I got inspired by the birds and sunset, sunrises. So I created that. And that time I was still working. So I was creating after work, before work, during the weekends, just sneaking in time whenever I could to create and not let that go because it's so ingrained in me that even though I had a new beginning in Phuket, um, I still wanted to hold on to this because I was so passionate about it because it comes straight from my soul. So I was like, I'm gonna find time for it. Yeah, I might not be as regular with it. I might not, post consistently and reply to all the comments or feedback, but I'm still showing up. And that's enough for me. So yeah, I kept showing up, and the second piece is actually was just exhibited in an exhibition in Tianjin. but the opening and the creation of this piece also happened in Phuket when I was in Phuket. So I couldn't come to the opening. I made it right before, 2 days before the exhibition closed. I finally got to see it. So, yeah, just showing up for yourself and saying that, hey, when I went to the exhibition, I was scared. I was like, now I'm gonna have to talk to people and actually say I'm an artist in person. Like online, okay, I can hide behind the screen and do whatever, but now it's like the real test for me to just show up and talk to people and actually share about my artwork and say, do you want to collaborate with me? Do you want to do an event or workshop? And I do this, I can do this, and going up to people. So that was really scary for me. And I have wanted to give up so many times. And whenever I say this to people who know me, I feel like I should just give up on my art for good now. I should just, it's not worth it. No one will appreciate me anymore. I have changed so much. The art scene has changed so much. I don't even know if people would consider this good. All of those limiting beliefs, self-doubts, fears, people just laugh at me. They're like, oh, she's just going through a low, dark phase. Tomorrow she'll be back in her studio creating, and that's what always happens. Um, so I want to ask you guys another question. Have you ever had moments like that? And how do you get through those moments? Giving up and overthinking. Yeah, feel free to unmute your mic and write or write in the chat. Following my passion helps. Yeah. Anyone else? I get through those moments by hanging with friends or having conversations with super encouraging friends and family. I think that is so important. And journaling. I love that, Brittany. I think that is so important to just be honest about yourself. Yes, I felt the giving up. If I decide to give up, I'll give up. But small voice tells me you want this. I'll be back again. Community is healing. Wow, I love these answers. I think that it's so powerful to, yeah, have people show up for you. I feel like oftentimes we stop ourselves from feeling those things because we think that we will be a burden or it's our fight. Why should we share about it with people or even journal about it? What if someone finds my journal? When I first started journaling, I had this fear. I was like, what if someone finds my journal? It's like my private thoughts. I don't even share those with close family and friends. Why should I journal? It makes it too real. And then I'll have to face the reality, and then I'll have to share this with people, and it will be a burden for them. But then most people are so kind, so nice, so understanding. They're like, I can relate to your story. I go through this too. Um, and you don't have to post everything on social media, but at least share everything with your inner circle because I realize that people come to me when they have problems. They're like, Gurm, I need help, or I need this advice, or I'm going through a low moment. Can you just sit with me? Or just stay on the phone with me. Don't need to talk to me, but I just need someone there. So if I can do that for people, why can't people do that for me? So yeah, I learned that. And I also learned, I don't know if you guys have heard of the concept of kintsugi. I think it's a beautiful concept. It's the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery pieces or broken pieces with gold lacquer. And the concept embraces the fact that, yes, there are flaws and imperfections, right? There's brokenness there. It's not perfect. It will never be as perfect as it used to be because it's shattered. But the fact is that with the gold or with your honesty, with your uniqueness, with your authenticity, it becomes even more beautiful. It embraces the cracks. It shows the beauty of the cracks and the flaws and imperfections. It doesn't hide it. So I think that's a beautiful metaphor for new beginnings and for life as well. That it's okay to be imperfect. It's okay to be flawed. You're human, right? You were created that way. No one was created perfect. Everyone has something, a weakness, a flaw, an imperfection. But embracing that, showing that out, shining your light, I think you should do that. I think you have the power to control what happens to you. You control the narrative. Don't give those traumas or toxic experiences or fears the power. You can change it anytime. When you had that new beginning, you made that decision, right? You weighed the pros and cons, you weighed the options, you asked yourself so many times, am I sure I want to do this? Am I sure I want to do this? And then you made the decision. No one forced you to do it. It was all you. So when you have those bad experiences or when times get tough, you can make another decision. The narrative is up to you. You write your own story. So it's really interesting because we're talking about hard times. I want to take you back to COVID, which was difficult for every single person. I know we've all had our fair share of traumas and hard times. So, talking about kintsugi, this was one of the pieces from my kintsugi collection. So, what happened was January 2021. I was in home quarantine. I had just gotten back to China and we were all quarantining at home. And of course, that means no stepping out for a week. My studio landlady called me. And I thought, okay, she was just calling to check in or welcome back or whatever. So I picked up and she's like, Gurm, there has been some water leakage and flooding in your studio. You need to come right away. It's not looking good. So I'm like, well, I can't really leave the house, so maybe you can go check. And I send a few friends over, and I'm like, just tell me. I'm mentally prepared, emotionally prepared. Just tell me if anything is damaged, okay? I know like water damage. Yeah, just tell me. They're like, no, everything's fine. We've checked everything. And I'm like, oh, thank God. It was like such a weight off my shoulders. And a few months later, out of quarantine, I'm preparing for an exhibition. And it's supposed to be my like comeback exhibition after COVID, and everyone's like hyped up. Oh, what are the pieces you created during COVID type of thing. So I'm like, okay, let me see what pieces I select. And I have a meeting with the curator and the gallery like that evening. So I open up my art folder and find pieces like this completely destroyed with the water damage. And I'm like, I got completely shattered, completely brokenhearted. I just, uh, I just froze. I just didn't know how to react. And I was like, but I have that meeting and I wanted to show these pieces. What am I supposed to do? I just went and to that meeting anyway and just prepared some pieces and tried to, act normal and move on from it. But that's really hard when something is so personally connected to you. And so I embraced the concept of kintsugi and I'm like, I'm a creator, I'm an artist. I can, reinvent and do something. So this is actually one of my favorite pieces from the kintsugi collection because it's like an arrow showing a new direction, like a rainbow after the hurricane, or the sun shining out after the darkness. So I've put this right at the entrance of my studio, of my new studio. So it's like a reminder of the fact that even though things are hard, new beginnings can be hard, you just always find the way. There's always something leading you. Um, yeah. And another story is that very recently, I think like a couple of weeks ago, I didn't want to face the world. I was like, I'll just lay in bed and hide away, and there's no point, it's worthless. And the previous day, the AQI was really, really bad. So it was a dark, cloudy, gloomy day anyway. And mentally, I was the lowest I've been in a while. So I was like, I don't want to face the world. But anyway, something woke me up, and I saw through my window this glimmer of light, the sun just shining in and saying to me, like, it started talking to me. I started having a conversation with it that there's still hope. Don't give up. You got this. One step at a time. Just wake up and face the day. It's okay. So, yeah, that's what I want to tell you. Just don't give up and trust that everything will be okay. And you got this. Just trust. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you guys. Any questions, any comments? Feel free to share your stories.
Thank you. That was fantastic. We've been the chat column, the chat box has been going. So much conversation. I guess one of the big ones Nan asked, um, besides taking action and acknowledging feelings, what else does showing up mean for you? Which, yeah, was a fantastic question. Being brave, surrendering, even if it seems counterintuitive. I guess
Yeah,
taking that break as well, right? I think that's come up a couple of times in the chat that
yeah.
sometimes you're at this point because you do need to just stop for a minute, take a break, like re kind of give yourself that energy, recharge, that's the word I'm looking for, and then come
Mhm.
back into it. Yeah. Please feel free to share if anyone else has any questions in the chat. Or yeah, like says, unmute yourself.
No question, but I just wanted to say a very, very big thank you to Goom. Thank you for bringing this topic out, before the new year or, for every day. So that's very nice. Thank you so much, Goom. That really
Thank
resonated.
you. Thank you, Rosalind.
And if I may share some thoughts, first of all, thank you to the speaker, and thank to all this community, because it's so beautiful to see that Monday Morning Motivation is still up and running after all these years. I used to be an active part of it, so I'm really happy to be here today, joining from Thailand. And I think more than, like, I think right now we really need to check on people in our lives. I think that collectively, I do feel that the energy is not necessarily great. I think there is a cloud, as you were mentioning, the cloud. I think it's collective. I don't think it's just individual. Sometimes we think that we are going through struggles just by ourselves, right? We tend to think that healing is in isolation, that we need to be alone with our thoughts, with our emotions. But I think that a lot of healing right now, it's also about community, is also about sharing with other people. And in these safe spaces, we can heal more than we can heal, just with ourselves. So yeah, check on your friends, check on your family, and thank you all for this beautiful start of the day.
Thank you. Thank you. Think it's, yeah, you're right. Community matters more than ever. And I think especially during I've noticed this, that we have been so attached to our technological devices. And I was traveling on the subway the other day, which has been a while for me, 3 years, right? So I was like getting used to the subway, and I saw every single person on their phone. There wasn't one person who wasn't on their phone, and everyone's just scrolling through social media, watching videos, not talking to each other, not connecting with each other. I intentionally put my phone in my bag, and I'm just like mindfully sitting and, remembering all the stops and going down memory lane. And I'm like, I'm not gonna touch my phone. I miss that personal connection and that mindfulness. And whenever someone used to come in, I was like, ni hao, yang, just trying to, start conversation. So I feel like community is really, really important. Yeah. So thanks.
Hi, Germ.
Hey, Alicia, how are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to say thank you again. I think this is the first Monday morning motivation I've been to for a long time, because this is super early in the morning for me. So, but I love you so much. I had to come. And I just wanted to say that it's been beautiful watching you on your journey. And I love how you put yourself out there. Your blog really shares a lot of your personal thoughts and the things that you're going through. And so I guess what I wanted to know from you, just asking and following up, is you've had a lot of new beginnings, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now that you're in the couple months into being back in China with this new beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are the things that make you feel the most positive that you're making the right choice at this moment?
I think it's mostly my creativity. I think that's what really brought me back. Um, Even just connect, I was telling Sam before this call that I just keep going back and forth to Beijing and just and Tianjin and reconnecting with all these artists and all my artist friends. And I feel like that makes me really fulfilled and just knowing what to do. I tried, okay, Thailand was different because I tried to, get involved in the art community, but they focus more on locals, artists, more than international artists. So they're like, sorry, we want to not for, I've gotten so many rejections that, yeah, I was like, it's better I do a job there. But here now I'm like, I'm back in my circle, and people always used to message me like, when are you coming back? Are you gonna be here? And now that I'm back, people are like, we can do this, we can do that. So I think that's the key thing that keeps me going.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Good to see you.
I love what you said, Germ, about being back in your circle. And I think it speaks to your whole talk today about community, right? Of
Mm-hmm.
like, once you found your community, share with them, let them help you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they're there to support you. And if they're not there to support you, find a new community, find a new new friends, new family who can really like lift you up in that way. Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining. Are there any more questions? I guess we can stay here for a few more minutes if there are. And yeah, thank you for joining all over the world from Thailand. Man, it must be really early. You guys are like an hour ahead of us or behind us, right? Yeah, it's wow. Yeah. But yeah, I guess we'll see if there are any more questions. Please feel free to message in the group or unmute yourself and share.
Thank you, Gar. And I feel I have a more courage to going again and again. Thank you for your vibe, and thank you for all this community, Sam and Alicia, all of you. It's a very beautiful morning, and happy December.
Yeah, happy December, and thank you. I'm glad you're feeling inspired.
If there's no more questions, then I guess this is goodbye.